It's Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a subscriber, hey, uplifters. So let's talk about it. I've talked about forgiveness on my channel a few times because I feel like for me, forgiveness kind of started my healing journey. Even though I thought that once I forgave that I was healed, it didn't make sense, but I didn't know anything about healing and trauma and how it impacts your life so much. Didn't know that until I really started healing, doing research and all that stuff. But of course I feel like forgiveness is mine. So forgiveness is mine. It's for me. It's not for whoever you need to forgive or you feel like you should forgive. And everyone doesn't forgive, and that's fine. Everyone has their views on it. And if you don't want to forgive someone, that is okay. It's fine. You don't have to forgive. That's you. That's your views on it. But I feel like for people that do forgive, I feel like once we forgive, people think that everything goes away. People think that everything's okay. Because that's how I thought. I'm going to be really honest with you all. Like, I thought that once I forgave that it was okay. I should be okay with being around my uncle. I should be okay with everything. But in the inside I was screaming. I was going through it mentally, and I really didn't know it or understand it at the time. So now me being 30 years old and realizing just because I forgave my uncle, I didn't have to be around him, and I should have set boundaries, and I should have did things differently. But that's what life is all about, teaching us lessons. That's how I look at things. Everything happens for a reason, because if things happen differently, then I wouldn't have learned from it, and I couldn't help others with their forgiveness or their healing journey. So I feel like forgiveness is for you. If you don't want to forgive, you don't have to, right? And I feel like others think that once you forgive, your feelings are just no more. It's no more, which is like, it's not true. Or when someone apologizes, they feel like, okay, well, you shouldn't be mad anymore, or you shouldn't be hurt anymore. You should get over it. And that's not the case. And people have to stop. I wouldn't say thinking that, because everybody has their opinions. Everybody thinks differently. But for so long, I feel like I've been conditioned to kind of forgive, don't forget, or forgive and forget. And that's not okay, because just because I forgave someone doesn't mean that I want to be around them, that I want to associate with them, that I want to be their friend, or I want to be nice to them. I'm not a mean person, so I'm not mean to them. It's just that I don't feel that it's necessary to put myself in a space with them. I allow who I want to allow in my space nowadays, and it feels good to do that. It feels amazing to set boundaries and stand on my boundaries. Some of my boundaries, I'm working on that still. But I seen a post that really, like, it kind of like made me think, and I wanted to read it. Like this, like, a few years ago, I really wouldn't probably understand what this post, like what this person was saying in this post, but now I'm learning and growing, and I like this post. So it says, stop being so forgiving and make people stand on how they treat you. Make them stand on it. Like, just even if you do forgive them, you can still hold them accountable for how they treat you, what they said to you, what they've done to you. And it's okay. It's valid. Your feelings are valid. What you think is valid. It doesn't matter if no one agrees with you. Don't sway because somebody thinks differently. I've had a lot of conversations, had a lot of with different people. And of course, some people don't want to forgive their abuser. They don't want to forgive somebody for saying something mean to them, and they don't have to. And I'm learning that. But for me, forgiveness is for me. When I forgave my uncle for what he did, it was like a weight lifted off of me. That's why I felt like I was healed. But then I was really mistaken. And once I started to really heal and really grow, and I was hard on myself for a long time because I was around him and I tried to be okay in settings and everything to be around him. I tried to be okay with it. And that made other people feel like it was okay because I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't speak up. I didn't say anything. And that was on me. I assumed that others would know how I feel and what I think, but that's not the case. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to be your own advocate. You have to speak out, because if you don't, no one's gonna know what you're thinking or how you're feeling. So apologizing or forgiving doesn't take away from what was said or done to you. Don't forget that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.